It's weird. I mean, these last 2 months has been weird for me because I've been just on a huge resurgence of Assassin's Creed, and I think because of that, I have this series that I want to start going on in this on this channel, and it's more of like a mini retrospective slash where am I at now with certain game series or franchises, depending on how long I've been with them. As you can see with the title, starting off with Assassin's Creed, of course. Man, Assassin's Creed, I've been with this series for, I think, yeah, maybe over a decade now, maybe. I am not too sure. I had to see when did I get my first achievement of Assassin's Creed 3 on my 360. I have to check that out, because I know I had it on my PC first, and then I brought it on my 360, but man, a lot of memories I have with this game. Oh, well, this series. What do y'all think of the series actually nowadays? Now, I know that there's going to be a new Assassin's Creed game called Assassin's Creed Rift, if that's the final name for it, and I know that's based off of the DLC from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Tell me if y'all are interested in that game. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Right now, I'm not. I am going to be putting more money in older Assassin's Creed games, and by that I mean buying them, than putting money into like these newer Assassin's Creed games personally. And it's just because I just don't care much about these newer Assassin's Creed games. So I think the first thing I'd rather should just do is just talk about each game, at least in my thought, just like very quickly. What do I think of each game? And then as I keep going more and more to it, close to the end, I'll get to more of like the where am I at now with Assassin's Creed. Starting off with 2007, Assassin's Creed 1. It's such a good game, and it's such a good game for how simple the combat, but especially the story is. It leaves so much things for one, as far as gameplay, for improvement, but in a good way. But two, with the story is like so simple yet complex, and it allows it to be branched off in good ways to where it's like it makes you really think of like, could this happen, or why is this happening, or it just makes you think, because the series is based off of real world history, obviously. And I think that's just such a great thing, because you put it into a fan fiction game of like real world history with a guy in a hood that knows how to fight with a lot of blades on him, and it's like the best thing ever. Then we have the whole Ezio Trilogy, 2 Brotherhood Revelations, back to back games, a pure masterpiece. Such great titles that they released. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I mean, they're just great. I mean, the development of what Ezio got between all 3 games, especially when you go up to Revelations, it's just incredible, honestly. As well as the strides they did with the gameplay and like other stuff they did with it in the series. Then we come to the Kenway saga with Assassin's Creed 3, as well as Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Assassin's Creed 3, it is what it used to be one of my favorite games, but in general it is very iffy. If I have to be unbiased. 4 Black Flag, different thing though. That game is just as good as the Ezio Trilogy in my eyes, honestly, for real. Then the final game on the 360 PS3 era, Assassin's Creed Rogue. That game was pretty underwhelming. In Assassin's Creed 3, I believe the first 3 sequences you play has Haytham Kenway, who is he was the Master Templar, if that was the title, I forgot. No, Grand Master Templar. They pretty much brought that concept over as an actual full title game, that be Rogue. The problem is that game, I don't know if it's because they released it alongside of Unity and it just didn't get the proper time as well, hence why both games sucked ass when they both came out. But it's like they never got the proper care. Gameplay is damn near the exact same thing as For Black Flag, which you could think of it as a good or bad thing, but what the real problem is the story. It's so short, and it's obviously very rushed, or totally rushed. And it really just sucks because there was so much potential for that game to be so great, and yet it just got wasted, honestly. That, and then the next game that comes into the current last generation, that is Assassin's Creed Unity. From what I've heard, because I never played it when it came out, it was a hot mess pre-patch. I played the game post-patch. Pretty fun. It's not a great game, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. Because I will keep it real with Unity. I thought that the game was bad because I was hearing that from people, and I had to listen to people at the time because I never had a gaming system. Specifically at the time, I never had an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 at the time. And when I did get Unity, I also got it along with that game, Origins and Middle-earth: Shadows of War. I was enjoying those two games, but then when I tried to play Unity, it was a different story. So when I waited to play Unity at a time where I didn't have to worry about both of those games, it wasn't so bad, and I was able to open myself truly to the game to really have like an unbiased opinion towards it. Syndicate, I don't remember much of it. I had to play that more. Origins, favorite game ever. I am in love with that game. I am currently working on 100% in that game right now. Odyssey, not a fan of it at all. Complete opposite. I returned the game at GameStop just to get some extra money. I'm not a fan of the game. It has nothing to do with Assassin's Creed at all, and just on top of that, I just was not a fan of how the gameplay was in that game for some reason, and the story was just not hitting with me at all. I think I will give that game another chance in the future, but absolutely not right now. If anything, I am willing to give Valhalla a chance more, because I think my dislike for Odyssey carried over to Valhalla, which is something I really need to work on. Because, for example, in Dragon Ball Z, there was a game that was called Battle of Z. If anybody remembers that crap, that game sucks. And then it carried over to Xenoverse 1. I thought that game sucked. I played it. It's amazing. One of the best Dragon Ball Z games I've ever played, ever. And it's happened with other games though. But so I really do want to give Valhalla another chance, because I did rage quit on that game for a certain mission. It was the one where Eivor gets the hidden blade. That mission, yeah. But I think I will give that game another chance in the future, but just not right now. Where am I at now with the series? I have been on a resurgence. Like I mentioned, I rage quitted from it. And by the way, when I say I rage quitted from on Valhalla, I really meant from the entire series. I have not paid attention to the series at all for an entire year. I probably heard things here or there, but for over a year and a couple months. But then a couple months ago, I think last month in June, I went into Barnes & Noble with my friends because we was like, let's just go there. And on the wall, I saw Assassin's Creed symbols. I saw an Assassin's Creed symbol, and I look, and it's like the Assassin's Creed letters, and I'm like, no way. So on one side, I see Assassin's Creed Dynasty, and on the other side, I see Assassin's Creed Blade of Shao Jun. I was so hyped. I think there was 4 issues of Dynasty and 3 issues of Blade of Shao Jun. I picked up all 7 books, and I tell you, man, I was geeking in front of all my friends. And I have not geeked out like that over Assassin's Creed in years. I think the last time that's ever happened was when I was playing Origins. So what I did, I didn't buy all 7 books. I only brought 1 of each. So I had the first volume of Blade of Shao Jun and the first volume of Dynasty. I got that. And really all I've been doing is just having fun with some of the older games, at least from Origins and going backwards. So I've been reading these, or I'm about to. Origins, I am currently working on 100%ing, as well as getting all the achievements on PlayStation. And what I'm also doing, probably might even do live streams here or there, is I am buying every single Assassin's Creed game, but this time on PC. Right now, I only have 2 games on there, but I want to see if I could get every one of them on Steam. So far, right now on Steam, I have Assassin's Creed Director's Cut Edition. I'm not sure if I can get 3 on Steam. Can I? I'm hoping so, because I know I have Assassin's Creed 3 on Steam, but it's on you. Oh, okay, no. Okay, they have remastered on Steam, but I do not want remastered because I don't know who in their right mind thought having no multiplayer in the Ezio Trilogy and 3 was a good idea. Okay, so they don't. Okay, so I'm probably gonna just buy remastered as well, but yeah. Anyway, but that's where I'm at now, just having fun with Assassin's Creed nowadays. So if you want to see more Assassin's Creed, definitely tell me in the comments down below, but also tell me where you at with the series as well. Are you not paying attention to the games right now? That be Rift coming out soon? Are you still playing Assassin's Creed, but like the older ones or the newer ones? What do you like, dislike? Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Also, like and share as well. And I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.